Consider it pure joy, my brothers and sisters, whenever you face trials of many kinds, because you know that the testing of your faith produces perseverance. James 1 verse 2-3. Have you ever found yourself in the darkest of nights, feeling utterly alone, as if your dreams are crumbling to dust? Those moments when the weight of the world seems too heavy to bear, and you wonder if you'll ever see the light again. It's during these times that the true test of your spirit begins. Think about the story of Job, who lost everything yet never lost his faith. His suffering wasn't meaningless, it was a refining fire, purifying his soul and strengthening his resolve. Life's most challenging seasons are often the crucibles that shape us into who we are meant to be. When faced with relentless storms, it's easy to feel defeated and tempted to abandon your dreams. But these trials are not random acts of misfortune, they are intentional, designed to prepare you for a higher purpose. Just like a seed must be buried in darkness to sprout and grow, your most profound growth happens in your hardest moments. Reflect on those times you've weathered life's fiercest storms, how they have forged your character, deepened your wisdom, and prepared you for greater things. The key is not merely to survive these trials, but to transform through them. It's about learning to glean wisdom from your wounds and turning your pain into a source of strength. Mature individuals understand that adversity is not a stumbling block, but a stepping stone. By embracing these difficult times, you can turn bitterness into a catalyst for growth, positioning yourself for breakthroughs you never imagined possible. Trust that even when everything seems to be falling apart, there is a divine plan at work, guiding you towards a future filled with promise and hope. Stay with us as we explore deeper into how you can turn your trials into triumphs and witness the miraculous unfold in your life. Let's journey together through the valleys and the peaks, uncovering the strength within you to rise above any challenge. Don't forget to like this video and share your thoughts in the comments below. Your insights and experiences are valuable, and they help create a community of support and encouragement for everyone here. Let's move on to the next powerful message and continue this journey of transformation together. Can I get an amen from you? Imagine being stripped of everything you hold dear, much like David, who, before becoming a king, found himself hiding in caves and running from his enemies. Psalm 34 verse 18 says, "The Lord is close to the brokenhearted and saves those who are crushed in spirit." In these dark and lonely places, David's heart was molded. His trust in a higher plan grew deeper, and his courage was forged in the fires of adversity. Dear friends, this is a reflection of our own journeys. When life shatters our dreams and our hearts ache with unspoken desires and relentless pain, it's easy to feel abandoned. Yet these very moments of despair are often where the seeds of our greatest strengths are planted. Our struggles are not without purpose. They are the chisel that shapes our character, the fire that refines our faith. Think about the times when everything seemed to fall apart. Perhaps you've lost someone dear, faced rejection, or battled an inner turmoil that no one else could see. These are the crucibles of life. In these moments, when you feel the weight of the world pressing down on you, know that there is a transformation happening within. It's not immediate, and it's rarely visible at the moment, but slowly, steadily, you are being prepared for something greater. Your perseverance is growing, your spirit is being fortified, and a deeper resilience is taking root. It's in the midst of this heartache that a profound truth emerges: we are never alone in our suffering. There is a presence that walks with us, even in our darkest valleys. As we navigate our pain, let's not turn away from this source of strength. Instead, let's draw nearer. Let's find solace in the understanding that our trials are not in vain. They are the steps we must take on the path to becoming who we are meant to be. In every tear, every moment of loneliness, and every cry for something more, there is hope. Remember, it is in these broken places that light shines the brightest, and it is through these trials that we are being prepared for the beauty and strength that lies ahead. In the midst of life's unpredictable journey, we often find ourselves in situations that test our very essence. Life's struggles, losing a job, facing a painful separation, enduring a miscarriage, or watching a loved one battle illness can feel overwhelmingly harsh. Yet, just as the acorn must be buried to eventually grow into a mighty oak, so must we endure these trials to discover our true potential. Recall the wisdom in Ecclesiastes 3 verse 1. To everything there is a season, a time for every purpose under heaven. This scripture encapsulates the belief that every moment, both joyous and painful, holds a purpose. Imagine an artist sculpting a masterpiece from a rough block of marble. Each strike of the chisel, though seemingly harsh, is intentional and purposeful. The marble may feel each hit as a blow, yet it is precisely these strikes that reveal the beautiful statue within. Similarly, our lives are shaped by both the gentle and the forceful moments orchestrated by a higher hand. There are seasons of ease where everything falls into place effortlessly, moments of spontaneous joy and serendipitous success. But equally important are the seasons of hardship. These difficult periods, while not preferred, are essential in carving out our true character and purpose. Reflect on the story of Joseph, who was sold into slavery by his brothers, wrongfully imprisoned, and yet he rose to become a ruler in Egypt, saving many lives during a famine. His journey was filled with unjust hardships, but through them all, a greater purpose was being fulfilled. Just as Joseph's trials led to a greater good, so too can our struggles. When we place our trust in something greater than ourselves, believing in the unseen hand that guides us, we find that no hardship is wasted. Every challenge, every dark moment, contributes to the tapestry of our lives, weaving together a story of resilience and faith. In these times of uncertainty, it's crucial to hold on to the belief that something greater is at work. When you face adversity, view it as an opportunity for growth. Think of it as the seed that must be planted in the soil, enduring darkness and pressure before it can sprout and reach toward the light. This metaphor of the seed is powerful. Within each of us lies untapped potential, dreams waiting to be realized. But these cannot come to fruition in the comfort of the light alone. They need the challenge of the soil, the pressure of the earth. I encourage you, if you find yourself in a season of difficulty, to embrace it. Don't shy away from the pain or the challenge. Instead, see it as an essential part of your growth, a step towards the fulfillment of your life's purpose. Remember, if things are not good yet, it simply means the work is not finished. Trust in the process and have faith in the unseen forces at work. In time, you will look back and see how every struggle, every tear, every dark moment was a necessary part of your journey, leading you to a greater good. Your hardships are not burying you, they are planting you, preparing you for a future where your true potential can bloom. Have you ever felt the weight of being overwhelmed, as if life's burdens were burying you alive? Picture a seed pushed into the dark soil, seemingly lost and forgotten. It feels buried, doesn't it? But in reality, it's being planted, set up for growth and renewal. This process, though harsh, isn't the end. It's the beginning. When you feel life's weight pressing down on you, remember you are not being buried, you are being planted. This discomfort is the precursor to your eventual rise, your breakthrough. My own life has been a testament to this truth. The periods of deepest despair, the moments when I felt utterly lost, were the very times I grew the most. It wasn't in the comfort of the good times that I found strength and resilience, but in the struggles. While I don't seek out these hard times, I've come to appreciate their value. Each challenge, whether in relationships, finances, or finding my purpose, has been a lesson. Even when the way forward seems obscured and hope seems distant, I cling to the belief that something meaningful is being prepared for me. We naturally pray for ease and blessings, hoping to avoid pain. But sometimes the path to our greatest blessings is through our deepest pains. Consider the story of Job, who lost everything yet remained steadfast. In his suffering, he found a new understanding of faith and resilience. Similarly, it's often through our lowest points that we discover our true strength and purpose. And we know that in all things God works for the good of those who love Him, who have been called according to His purpose. Romans 8, verse 28. Reflect on the times you've been led down a challenging path, only to find it was protecting you from greater harm. We might grumble about the hardships and delays, not realizing they're shielding us from deeper pain. Seeking the best path, even when it's difficult, reveals our potential. It's in these best paths that we find grace, protection, and preparation for what's to come. In every struggle, you are being watched over and guided by a wisdom far beyond your own understanding. In the midst of life's storms, our prayers often become desperate cries for relief. God, take this storm away. It's a natural plea, rooted in our desire for peace. However, the promise isn't always the removal of the storm, but the assurance of guidance through it. Recall the words of Isaiah 43, verse 2. When you pass through the waters, I will be with you, and when you pass through the rivers, they will not sweep over you. This verse reminds us that the same presence leading us to tranquil waters also guides us through the darkest valleys, providing comfort and courage in equal measure. Imagine being like a tree planted by streams of water, its roots deep and secure, unwavering through the changing seasons. This is the essence of trust, a journey not marked by the absence of storms, but by resilience in their midst. Picture yourself as David, steadfast and unyielding. I am learning. He whispers to his heart to trust the process, to avoid the pitfalls of bitterness and despair. Though the path seems lonely, and at times I feel forgotten, I hold on to the belief that my journey through these rugged terrains is not in vain. Just as I am led to peaceful waters, I am also guided through turbulent times, each step a preparation for the greatness ahead. I am not abandoned, I am cared for. David's journey is not without struggle, but he finds solace in a profound promise verse. After traversing the shadowed valley, after enduring the darkness, a feast awaits in the presence of adversaries, my cup overflowing with blessings. This promise, dear friends, is a beacon of hope. It reminds us that the trials we face are not arbitrary. They are the precursors to our triumphs. The table of abundance is set beyond the struggle, awaiting our arrival. It's easy to falter and question, where is my guide in this bleak moment? Yet a voice reassures, I have prepared your feast. Through this valley I am with you. Hold firm in faith. Anchor your hope in the certainty of my provision. I will lead you to a place of renewal, your cup brimming even in the sight of your foes. In these challenging times, we often discover the depths of our strength. While we may not immediately recognize it, it's within these seasons of stretching and growth that our faith is fortified, and we evolve into the individuals we are meant to be. When we finally reach our table of blessings, the place where our cup overflows, we see the fruits of our endurance. Reflect on the presence of a profound inner strength, a quiet power within that sustains us. Despite the hardships, we possess a supernatural resilience, enabling us to navigate the valleys with courage. It's not about merely surviving but thriving, not succumbing to bitterness or complaint. Instead, stand tall, shoulders back, embodying hope amid adversity. In this season of uncertainty, hold fast to hope. Not because you have all the answers, but because you trust in the source of your provision. This hope is our anchor, carrying us through the darkest valleys to the brightest tables of abundance. You might find yourself standing at the edge of uncertainty, unsure how you'll navigate life's challenges, reach your aspirations, or overcome the seemingly insurmountable obstacles in your path. But take heart and find solace in knowing that the force guiding you is unwavering and mighty, capable of leading you to your promised victory. We must remind ourselves of this truth often. The universe is in constant motion, orchestrated by a power far beyond our comprehension. This higher power sees all, knows all, and operates on a plane that transcends our understanding. It's humbling and sometimes frustrating, especially when we yearn for clarity and a detailed roadmap of our lives. But instead of clear instructions, we are given an end promise and countless reassurances of unwavering love. Consider the story of Joseph, who endured betrayal, slavery, and imprisonment. His journey was riddled with hardship and confusion, yet he remained steadfast in his trust. In the end, he rose to a position of great power and fulfilled his destiny. Similarly, our paths might be strewn with trials that seem inexplicable. We often question, why is this happening to me, and doubt whether goodness exists in our suffering. But we must hold firm to the truth that love is ever present and constantly working for our good, just as demonstrated through profound acts of love and sacrifice throughout history. When life buries you under layers of difficulty and darkness, it's tempting to view the soil as a barrier. Yet, just as a seed must be buried to grow, these challenging conditions are catalysts for your personal growth and ultimate greatness. Embrace these moments not with resistance, but with a desire to flourish. By seeking excellence over comfort, you align yourself with a higher purpose. In this season, strive for maturity and resilience. Embrace the trials as opportunities for growth, and trust that each step, no matter how difficult, is a part of a grand design leading you to your destiny. By doing so, you will not only overcome but will also rise to new heights, gaining the strength and wisdom needed for the monumental future that awaits. Let us move forward with unwavering faith, ready to embrace the journey ahead with courage and hope.